Okay. This is the learning objective for this subtopic. After you have studied this chapter, you should be able to calculate the value of inventory using 3 different methods. Okay, in order to calculate your value of your inventory, we have 3 different methods. So today we will learn on the 3 different methods. Explain why using the most appropriate method to value inventory is important. Okay, explain what effect changing price has on inventory valuation under each of 3 different method. Apa beza antara ketiga-tiga method ini? Explain why net realizable value is sometimes used instead of cost for inventory valuation. Adjust inventory valuation where necessary by a reduction to net realizable value. Also, explain how subjective factors influence the choice of inventory valuation methods. So, kita ada 3 method. Okay, apakah faktor-faktor lah yang menyebabkan kita boleh some company may use the first method, some company may use the second method, and maybe the other company use the third method and so on. Explain why goods purchased on sales or return are not included in the buyer's inventory. Kenapa belian barang ataupun sales ataupun pulangan tak masuk dalam buyer's inventory. Okay, nama pun purchase kan. This is the inventory. Inventory is the name given to goods held for resale. So let's say we do the business in bookstore. Let's say we open the bookstore so that kita punya buku-buku tu dia adalah inventory kita. Our main focus of our business. Okay, inventory is the name of given to goods held for resale, jual balik, work in progress, okay, and raw materials. Sometimes kita buat macam nak kata hasil dalam proses, ataupun sometimes kita jual barang yang raw materials lah, barang-barang yang contoh let's see setengah orang buka kedai kek, kita jual benda-benda yang nak buat kek, tu adalah raw material. There are several different ways to value inventory. Kita ada 3 method untuk kita nilai kita punya inventory. The first one is first in, first out. Masuk dulu, keluar dulu. Masuk mula-mula, keluar pun mula-mula. Ataupun masuk first, keluar pun first. Sama lah kan. The second method is LIFO, last in, first out. Stok tu masuk lambat tapi keluar dulu. Okay. The third one is average method. Average cost method ataupun average method adalah purata, harga purata. So this is the activities. Okay, you must focus on the activity in order to make sure your understand is same. What is your understand is same what is my understand and based on my explanation. This is the activity. Using the following transaction, you must take a look with the transaction below. We will look at the FIFO, LIFO and average cost methods of valuation. Kenapa kita kena tengok satu soalan yang sama tapi kita kena tengok dengan tiga-tiga kaedah penilaian inventory. Kerana kalau kita bezakan buat penilaian berdasarkan contoh yang berbeza, dia tak adil lah. Kita tak boleh nak decide which method is better. Okay? Okay. For this situation, okay, first kali cuba awak tengok kat sini. Situasi dia adalah dia akan berkait dengan inventory lah. Okay? Okay. For this example, the debit side is, the sebelah kiri lah, left side is bar. Dia tunjuk ada benda yang dia beli, masuklah kan, debit side masuk. And the credit side is ada benda yang dijual. Ini adalah satu nature business. Sekarang kita nak calculate. Based on the FIFO, mana lagi untung? Based on the LIFO and based on the average method, mana nilai kita? Apa cost yang kita libatkan? So first, we go to the FIFO valuation. You need to understand first on what are the meaning of FIFO. The meaning of FIFO is apa benda yang masuk mula-mula, dia keluar mula-mula. Ingat baik-baik Apa benda dia masuk mula-mula, dia akan keluar ikut turutan. Dia tak boleh keluar suka-suka hati. Okay, cuba tengok soalan balik. Dia berkait soalan dan jawapan. Kena faham soalan betul-betul. Okay. Januari masuk. Masuk 10 Januari masuk 10. Awak kena ikut sekuen. Lepas Januari, April. Lepas masuk 10 Januari, masuk lagi 10 April. Okay. So, Januari 10 masuk, April 10 masuk. Lepas April, apa jadi? Mei. Ada Mei kan? Okay. Mei dia jual 8. Okay. Tengok soalan sebab dia daripada slide yang berbeza. So, awak kena tengok soalan dulu. Januari masuk 10, harga RM30. Dia letak harga kan? So, adakah harga ni main peranan dalam kita calculation yang first stage ni? Dengar baik-baik. April, dia masuk lagi sekali. Dia beli lagi. Tapi harga berbeza. 34. And then, pada Mei pula, dia jual 8. Pada harga 50. Okay. The question is, macam mana kita nak record? Sekarang ni dia keluar 8 ni. Kita nak tolak daripada yang April ke kita nak tolak daripada Januari? Itu persoalannya. So, jawapan kepada soalan saya adalah kita guna first in, first out. Okay? Benda yang masuk mula-mula akan keluar mula-mula. So, 8 yang keluar ni must be out from the benda yang kita beli daripada Januari. Itu maksud first in, first out. Okay? Kalau last in, first out, 8 ni kita akan tolak daripada yang April. Masuk last, keluar dulu. Okay? Kalau average cost pula, kalau average cost pula, kita nak tahu cost jual berapa, kita tambah 30 tambah 34, bahagi 20 sebab ada 20 stok kan. Dapat amount dia berapa each, darab dengan 8. Kita keluarkan 8. So kita pergi tengok contoh dia. Jawapan kepada persoalan kita tadi adalah first in, first out kan. This is the solution. You must prepare this table. So put the date first and then the receipt part, issues, and this is the balancing figure of your inventory and also on your amount. So in the term of maybe cost, sometimes maybe your sales revenue. So the first one is on January, we bought some stock, 10 stock, RM30 each. After finish January, the month of January, you put your balance of inventory here. This is your balance. So bila masuk, letak baki dia ada 300. On April, you buy again 10, but on the 34 each. Okay, so that in the balance part, you need to put first because your receive in January still ada dalam awak punya store. Still in your store. Okay, masih belum dijual. So in balancing part, the first thing is bring your balance in January here, 10, 30, and then barulah put your balancing on April here. 10 units at 30 each for January, 10 units for 34 each on April. So that total your January and total your amount of April, and then just put here your total amount. Okay. And then you proceed with the Just focus on your question here. You already record January, April. Now we record on May. January and April, we bought our inventory. And then we sold after we bought on January. Must be recorded in a sequence. January, after January, April. And then after April, we take a look on your question. We have transaction on May. So record first your transaction in May. So in May, you sold your inventory. You sold with 8 units. You sold 8 units. 8 for your each is 50 ringgit each. I use the 50 ringgit. Alright. So how to record it? We go again to your answer or your solution table. So now we proceed record May. Okay. May, we must record it in the issue part. Okay. 8 ringgit. You just put 8. Okay. 8 ringgit, you must. Please remember this. You must focus in your method. First in, first out. Yang masuk dulu, keluar dulu. So you must use this figure. So 10. Sekarang ni baki dia ada 10. Dia nak jual 8. Cukup tak? Jawapan dia cukup. So 8 pada harga ni. So you must record it in issue 8 at 30 each. Okay. Baki dia 8 kan? Baki 10. Keluar 8. And then you must put here in a balancing part. You must put the rest unit of your inventory. You have 10 in January. You sold the items in January because first in, first out. You sold just 8 units and the balance will be 2 units. 2 units at 30 ringgit. You put it the total amount of January and then you put again the balancing inventory of your April. Okay. Yang belum digunakan lagi kan, tak jual lagi yang April tu. 10 units at 34 each. This is 340. And the new amount of your closing inventory is 400. Okay. After that, you proceed for the next transaction on October. You buy again or bought again your inventory. So 400 kan. And then ini susunan, tengok this is your susunan dia. Jangan tunggang terbalik. Saya susun Januari, April. So sekarang ni baki yang tinggal. Lepas tu awak tambah lagi. You bought again your inventory. 20 unit at 40 each. So here when you do the next transaction, you must record it again. The balance for January, that balance from your box of 10 units, the balance become 2 units and record again. And then bring in your April balance. And then lastly, you should record it, the current transaction, which is 20 at 4 each. Total, you must total up all your amount. You will get 1,200. And the last transaction is on November. You decide to sold your, okay, on November, you decide to sold your inventory. Take a look here. You sold 24. Okay, 24 units. Okay, here, 24 units. Okay, in November, you want to sold 24 units. So the sequence that you must follow is, you must, okay, deduct from your closing inventory based on follow the flow. you must take out your inventory that are already in your company for January 1st, followed by April, and then lastly by October. So that firstly, put 2 because first in, first out. Susunan dia yang pertama masuk mesti keluar dulu. So put 2 units at 30 each. So here. So finish January, stock on January. And then you should put the 10 units. Nak cukupkan 24 So 2. Mula 2. Tolak 10 pula. Potong. 10 at 34 each. Here. April. And then the last one is awak ada 20 lagi. So tadi dah 12. So 12, 24 tolak 12, awak hanya perlukan lagi 12 sahaja untuk cukupkan 24. So awak ada 20 kan? Take only 12 at 40 ish. Keluarkan 12 daripada 20. So 12 daripada 20, baki tinggal 8 yang belum dijual. Harga berapa? 40. This is the last figure for your closing inventory. This is for the FIFO method. Okay, ada soalan tak untuk FIFO? Macam ni kat part sini macam pening sikit lah kalau awak tak fokus. Memang dia sedikit sukar. Any other question?
Doktor.
Ya.
Yeah. Apa jadi dengan yang 50? Sebelum
50
tu,
mana?
slide 5. Yang slide 5 tu.
Slide 5. Apa jadi? Kat mana jadinya? Mesti dekat amount
yang
kan?
Mei tu. Ya. Yeah.
Amount dijual tu?
Kenapa jadi 3? Ya. Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Tengok ya. Sekejap tau. Okay. Here is the function of kita nilai tiga-tiga method tu. Okay. So, dia akan terkesan kat sini. Okay. Stock ni, stock kan, bila kita nilai dekat company, bila kita buat penilaian dekat company, kita cuma guna harga kita beli sahaja. Harga kita beli harga kita jual, dia akan masuk dalam sales revenue. Our sales revenue. This FIFO valuation only for internal users of our company. So let's say, tengok contoh lah kan. Sekejap tau, ambil calculator. Okay. Kita dapat soalan untuk FIFO. Okay. Here is our, FIFO, LIFO kan. So this is a question of okay. So apa function lap 8 ringgit for 50 ringgit, 8 unit for 50 each and 24 ringgit for 60 each. So here, all these figure menunjukkan kita punya hasil jualan. So kat sini nampak tak ni? Sorry. Mana dia? Okay. This is our sales. Nanti kita akan record kat sini. Okay. Kita nak tunjukkan bahawa berapa kita punya gross profit. Okay. So sekarang yang kita nak recordkan yang dia bagi ni kan. Yang dia bagi apa? Here, darab berapa ni. Kita akan record juga. Tapi kita akan record dalam at the end of the process. Bila kita nak buat comparison between keluar masuk kita punya stock. Okay. And then kita punya calculation here, our FIFO method ni, 320 ni baki last kan. Yang kita calculate ni sebenarnya kita nak letak kat mana? Yang kita calculate ni kita letak kat sini. Closing inventory punya nilai. Okay, closing inventory punya nilai. Sebab dengan kita tahu macam mana kita nak calculate, kita boleh bantu company kita buat the decision which method is sweet with our company, with our firm. So that let's say bila kita guna FIFO, dia punya closing inventory dia lebih tinggi daripada LIFO. Bila closing inventory dia lagi tinggi, kita punya cost of goods sold akan jadi lebih rendah. Okay. Kita punya cost of goods kita akan jadi lebih rendah. Sekejap Bila cost of goods sold kita jadi lebih rendah, kan formula dia adalah nak calculate gross profit kan, formula dia adalah sales 1840 minus cost of goods sold 1120. Dia akan jadi gross profit dia 720. So kalau lah kan, saya tanya kat awak lah, from the slide that I show to you, apakah konklusi yang awak boleh buat? So which method you want to choose? Of course, kalau saya akan pilih FIFO. Why? Because the FIFO will give us the more or the greater profit from other methods. Okay. Saya harap membantu. Ada soalan lagi tak? Ada soalan? Ini adalah function dia. So, kita pergi pula kepada LIFO. Just show you the method on the LIFO. Okay. This is a LIFO valuation. Okay. Same soalan sama macam tadi. Januari masuk, April masuk, Januari masuk, letak baki dia. April masuk, bawa baki Januari dulu. Baru letak baki April. And then 8 tu nak keluar kan. Sebelum keluar, letak dulu. Sekarang ni LIFO last in, first out. Masuk last, keluar dulu. Ni, awak kena keluarkan yang April dulu. Beza keluar dulu ni dekat cost dia. So 10 keluar 8. Tadi pun keluar 8. Tapi tadi 30 sebab dia first in, first out. Sekarang last in, first out. Keluar pada 34 dulu. So bawa turun baki Januari, baki April tinggal 2 pada harga 34. And then masuk balik 20 masuk lagi kan. Bawa turun Januari, bawa turun April, bawa turun Oktober. And then on November keluar 24. Last in, first out. Oktober masuk terakhir tapi dia keluar dulu. 20, keluarkan 20 dulu. 20 add 40. Potong kat sini. 24 kan? Second one keluar yang April dulu. 22. Nak lagi 2. So baki cuma ada 10. Keluarkan 2. Tinggal 8. 8 add 30. Okay? Sebab dia terakhir keluar. Baki 240. So 240 you should bring it your closing inventory here. You get the cost of goods sold 1,200. In order to calculate the gross profit, you should put your sales 18 dalam format untuk statement of comprehensive income tu kan. 1840 sales must be minus by cost of goods sold. This is the summarize of your trading part. Cost of goods sold is cost of goods sold is 1,200. You will get your gross profit. When you get your cost of goods sold is higher means that your inventory is lower. Okay, when your inventory is lower, you will get your gross profit is also lower. Okay, this is the LIFO. And then lastly, we go to the evaluation method, average cost method. Last one, we go to average method. So the January, you bought some inventory. Okay, your average cost is 30. So awak beli dengan harga 30, average cost 30. Number of unit 10. Total value of inventory 300. 30 times 10 will be 300. And then for the April, you buy again your inventory. So you masuk 10 pada harga 34. Okay. So here you must put your Inventory. So you should put your average cost. How to calculate to get 32? Okay, you must add 30 ringgit with 34 ringgit, and then you must divide by 20. Sorry. So, times 300, you will get 10 times 30, you will get 300. 300 plus 10 times 34, you will get 640 total. And then 640 you must divide by 20. 630 must divide by 20, you will get the average cost for 1 unit. And then in May, okay, we sold our inventory 8 units times by 32. 32 is our average amount, and then the average amount just put 32. The balancing is 12 because before this our inventory is 20. We sold 8, and then our inventory will become 12. Okay, this is our cost, total cost. And then on October, okay, on October we bought again our inventory. So that 20 units at 40 ringgit. So 40 times 20, okay, we get, okay, 20 times 40, we get 800. Here is 800, but our previous balance is 384. So plus by 384, we will get the 1184. Okay, 1184, we must divide by 32. Okay. How we get 32? Because the previous balance of our inventory is 12, and then we bought again 20. So the total is 32. So 1184, we must divide by 32, and we will get the new average cost is 37. And then on November, when we decide to sold our inventory by 24 units, so the price will be 37. So because we use the average cost method, so we must sell our inventory with our average cost, and then here is 37. This is our baki. So tadi dapat 32, tolak 24, kita keluar. The balance of our inventory in units is 8, and our total cost of our inventory, okay, total cost of our remaining inventory is 296. This is our cost of inventory. Here, this is, put your closing inventory here, and then you will get the cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold, how you get the 696? 696 come from 1840 here. You must minus by cost of goods sold. This is the formula in your format. Sales minus cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold adalah 1140, and then you will get the 696. It's the cost profit. Okay. Ada question? Ada soalan tak? Okay. This is about the net realizable value. Once a valuation method has been chosen and used, you need to consider whether that value is realistic. So bila awak dah tengok method tu, awak kena decide lah sama ada realistic tak nilai kita. So daripada situ kita boleh decide kita nak guna method mana. If the inventory is not worth its value at the end of the period, and adjustment must be made. Bila kita tengok, kita dah decide, kita dah tengok FIFO, LIFO, average method kan, kita tengok macam value tu tak suit lah dengan our operation. Let's say kita tengok kita punya gross profit sikit sangat, maybe kita akan adjust dekat method mana-mana. The adjustment is in accordance with the prudence concept. walaupun kita nak adjust, kita kena follow konsep yang betul-betul sah lah. Tak boleh main buat je suka-suka hati kan. Main adjust dekat mana-mana. Dia ada method dia. Okay, reduction to net realizable value. Okay, how to calculate the net realizable value, sellable value. Okay, jumlah kita jual tadi, we should minus expenses lah, apa yang kita beli. So kita akan dapat net realizable value. If the net realizable value of inventory is less than the cost of the inventory, the net realizable value is used in the financial statement. Okay, kalau net realizable value tu kurang daripada nilai cost kita, okay, kita akan guna net realizable value tu dalam kita punya financial statement. So kita akan record yang kurang lah pada nilai yang lebih kurang. Okay, this is the inventory groups and valuation. Sometimes we use the category method, sometimes use the items method. Kadang-kadang kita record by category, kadang-kadang kita record by item. Maybe category tu kita record asset je. Kadang-kadang item tu kita record pensel satu item, record pensel semua pensel, buku semua buku. So itu ikut item What factor affect the choice of inventory valuation? Apakah faktor-faktor lah yang bagi kesan kepada pemilihan inventory valuation? 3 method tadi. Yang pertama, ignorance of other method. Of course, bila kita take one method, so we will ignore the rest method. Convenience, because it's the easiest method. Okay, method yang kita akan pilih tu mestilah sesuatu yang sesuai dengan kita punya company. Custom, because it's the usual method in the industry. So in order to choose which method is suit with our business, kita kena tengok, okay, business in same industry dengan kita, choose method mana. So tak boleh lah kalau ada orang FIFO, tiba-tiba kita je satu dalam same industry, we choose average cost method. So itu tak, rasa pelik lah. Okay, maybe dia bila benda-benda pelik ni, bila akan ada orang yang nak audit, dia akan query kat situ. Okay, the taxation part, lower profit delay taxation payments. So sometimes, okay, the company choose the lower profit because higher profit we need to pay higher taxation, and then with the lower profit we must delay, okay, or must less our taxation payment. Making the business look attractive with a high stock valuation. Sometimes kita ambil berat dalam pemilihan tu sebab kita nak tengok, kadang-kadang tadi kita nak tunjuk kita punya profit rendah sebab kita nak bayar cukai rendah. Sometimes juga ada setengah-setengah company dia pilih untuk guna method yang tinggi, guna method yang bagi gross profit yang tinggi kerana dia nak nampak yang business dia tu look attractive with a high stock valuation. Stock dia tinggi nilai lah kan. Okay, selain daripada tu, faktor lain adalah remuneration purpose. Alright, sometimes if someone is paid according to profit earned, let's say some industry or some business decide to look how much their worker, contoh dia punya pekerja A jual banyak ni. So dia akan bagi remuneration based on berapa banyak dia jual, berapa banyak cost and so on lah. Okay, dengan ada maklumat tu dia boleh bagi remuneration. Apart from that, lack of information because proper records have not been kept. Sometimes our method chosen based on our information on the recorded in a business. Sometimes sebab kita tak cukup maklumat so kita terpaksa guna informasi yang ada je untuk buat keputusan. And then lastly, advice of the auditors who prefer a particular method. Sometimes kita tak ada pun accountant yang memang betul-betul accounting pure dalam business, so that kita akan gunakan pendapat daripada auditor. Okay. This is a goods on sales of return. This is relate with our sales or return only, just relate with return inward. So return outward. This is a learning outcome for this subtopic. That's all for our inventory part. Any other question? Ada soalan tak sebelum saya go to the question part? Ada soalan? Okay, tak ada soalan. We finish on our process in order to prepare our basic for our basic financial statement. So we stop here. And then we proceed with discussion on tutorial exercise.